Now this game's heating up.
Hey, what's up? I got some more lore content for you guys. Today I have another deck to talk about, which is the Gangplank and TF Nab deck. I profiled two of the best decks in the meta so far, so I wanted to mix things up and highlight a more casual deck for people just trying to mess around and have fun in casuals. This deck aims to deal random damage through Warning Shot in order to trigger plunder cards, which allow you to take cards from the enemy's deck. This mechanic alone will tilt your enemies while giving you resources that they won't know how to play around. This deck is very similar to how Burgle Rogue functioned in Hearthstone, so if you like that archetype, then this deck is worth checking out. I want to run through my card choices, explain why they're in the deck, and give you the knowledge to pilot the deck yourself. The code for the deck will be in the description below. Before I get into the deck profile, if you're new, please consider hitting the subscribe button to stay up to date with my content. My current goal is just 1,000 subs and I'm only a couple hundred away, so it would be awesome if you joined. I also stream on Twitch regularly, so check me out over there if you want live gameplay of someone who's hit Master Tier during all 3 ranked seasons. With that, I hope you enjoyed this deck profile. So this is a completely original deck that I came up with to mess around. That being said, it's also one of my favorite decks to play when I just need to do missions or want to play a couple before bed. If you play the deck and have fun with it, let me know in the comments below how you did. With that, let's get into it. So first of all, we have 3 warning shots. We maximize it in this deck because we really need to hit the random plunder stuff, so seeing warning shots as much as possible is really important in order to get the deck rolling. Next, triple Jagged Butcher, the best 1 cost we have to work with. You could take out some other stuff and throw an Omen Hawk, but this could mess up the allegiance, which I'll talk about later. So Jagged Butcher is really good. Like I mentioned in the last video, he's basically Cytheria, but if you plunder, he becomes a 3/3, which is slightly more relevant going into turns 2 through 4. Next we have triple Black Market Merchant. He is the staple card of the deck that gives you discounts whenever you steal anything, and he steals 1 himself if you do damage the turn that you play him. So he's absolutely essential, and keeping him alive or playing multiple of him is really important to maintain value in this deck. Next we have triple Dreadweight Deckhand. This is just to play something on turn 2 and provide pressure. You can substitute this out with other 2 costs. Again, be careful using 2 costs from other regions because the allegiance will mess up. But, you know, standard 2/2 is not bad, and the Powder Keg actually provides a little bit of pressure that the opponent has to play around. They have to either attack the barrel and risk getting hit by, you know, a buffed up Make It Rain or something, or it can eat an attack for you. Worst case scenario. Next we have triple Hired Gun. Hired Gun is like premium stats for a 2 cost, especially defensive wise. 2 mana 2/3 is really good. She also trades against every single 1-drop in the game that's not Legion Rearguard efficiently. So he's been out of the meta for quite some time, so Hired Gun is always guaranteed to get you a good trade on attack turn 2. Next, triple Make It Rain, really standard removal card. We're not playing Ezreal in this deck, so you're not going to get the added benefit of 3 targets, but it will take out some early aggressive units like spiders or units that have already been damaged. Double Make It Rain also helps against like Lucian or Senna on the board, so that might come up as well. Next we have double Shared Spoils. This is just because it synergizes really well with Plunder, and this is the only non-Bilgewater card that we run. You could take this out completely and put in other Bilgewater stuff and run just mono Bilgewater, but that is your preference. Triple Petty Officer, really strong 3 costs like I highlighted in the last deck profile. He can either create a barrel, which is relevant in this deck since we're playing around barrels and Gangplank, but usually summon the 1 cost follower because you get a lot of value out of it, especially if you hit Omen Hawk or Hapless Aristocrat or something like that. Next, triple Pilfered Goods. This is the staple steal card in the entire game. This is basically Burgle from Hearthstone, but instead of creating cards, you are taking 2 from the opponent's deck. Now Nab was changed a couple patches ago to take from the bottom of the deck, so it's not supposed to be that frustrating for the opponent because chances are they weren't going to see those cards anyways, but it's still really powerful and it's still a popular mini package for other decks. This deck fully utilizes Nab and plays as much Nab and Plunder as we can, so that's where the difference comes in. This deck really like shines when you're able to get multiple pilfered goods off, and if you have 1 or 2 black market merchants, you just outvalue the opponent and beat them with their own deck. It feels so good. It's so troll too. Next we have triple salvage. You don't really play this early because 4 mana is quite costly, but it is a good refuel tool, like later on into the game. If you have TF on the board, this is also pressure because then you start working towards his level up condition in a faster pace than the opponent is prepared for. So, got that. Standard draw, it's not too bad. Next, triple Twisted Fate. So just like in the Ezreal deck, Twisted Fate can become a secondary win condition if he gets leveled up. Other than that, he is really good for a red card on turn 4 to, deal some damage. If you have a barrel set up, that also amplifies his card damage, so keep that in mind. 1 barrel equals red card being 2 damage to everything, which is a huge upgrade from 1. If you have 2 barrels, then red card's basically a board wipe on turn 4. Same with gold card, that also gets amped by barrels, so be mindful of that. That's where a Dreadway deckhand really comes in handy with this deck because it synergizes with TF quite well. Usually though, you're just using red card to get some extra damage in, maybe pilfered goods if you pass turn 3, so there's a combo there. Next we have triple Yordle Grifter. He creates you a warning shot, and in this deck, he is basically guaranteed to Allegiance, which is a free nab 1. This is why we're playing so little cards from another region, because Yordle Grifter needs to see a Bilgewater card on the top of your deck for the nab to go off. And the difference in this deck for him nabbing is actually kind of big, so that's what we're trying to maximize and play around. Next we have triple GP, because oftentimes you are dealing damage like every round or every other round, so leveling up Gangplank is really not rare in this deck, and he can become a win condition just like if TF levels up. Gangplank provides a lot of power, and he provides a lot of board clear if he actually does get ramped up, so pretty awesome there. Next, double Riptide Rex. I don't run 3, you could, but usually you only need to see 1 of them, and if you're running 3 in this deck, then that means you're trying to see 2, right? That's just how the numbers work. You don't need to see 2, so I have them at 2 to try to guarantee to see 1. I know that's a lot of numbers, but I'm just trying to explain my reasoning for having 2 Rex. You can bump them to 3, have a grand old time. Riptide Rex is a really good game ender, does a lot of damage like I said in the last deck profile. Again, we don't have Ezreal, so he's not getting the added benefits of being Ezreal procs, but he's still a good game ender, and he can salvage the board from behind. And that about wraps it up for the deck profile. Now here's a live commentary game so you can see how the deck plays out. I'll be giving context to why I'm playing certain cards, and hopefully it gives you a good feel on how to play the deck. Alright, looks like we got Frostbite Fiora. This is probably someone playing a bunch of challenger units for the mission. I know, we've all been there, so I just wouldn't be surprised. In this deck, it's really good for us to nab Unyielding Spirit or Frostbite cards. Fury of the North is also really good, so I'm gonna try to get those. We could keep Twisted Fate, to be honest. It's such a weird hand early. We'll do it. I'll probably just do Warning Shot, Black Market Merchant on 2, to be honest. And then Petty Officer on 3, Grifter on 4. Got a nice curve, surprisingly. Normally this deck is not very linear. You kind of have to use your resources in different ways every game. Alright, so let's see what he has. He might pass a couple turns and then play Fiora. Oh, it looks like we got Fleet Feather Tracker. I guess I could pass. Let him attack. Now, let's see. I can take 2 here. Next turn we can Warning Shot, Merchant, and Pilfered Goods. This is going to be maximum efficiency. Warning Shot, Merchant. 1 mana Frostbite, really good. And then we're going to Pilfer.
Save your worlds. We speak with blades.
Let's Merchant hit triple discounts, so this is kind of insane. We'll play Tracker as well. Tracker, Archer this, and then we can trade against it for free. The only out is if he uses single combat on Fiora targeting Tracker, which would be kind of annoying because it'll be a Fiora proc as well. Sweet, we dodged that. Swiftling Lancer is really good at killing Fiora, so I'm gonna play that next.
Try me.
Huh?
En garde.
I'm surprised he wouldn't kill my discount unit. Alright, let's Lancer now. I'll probably just open attack and try to get rid of this Fiora before she becomes a problem. He burnt quite a bit of mana. This tells me that he might have Fury of the North, so I can try to bait that with a Twisted Fate red card or gold card first. We'll do red card because that's enough to kill her.
I'm always up for a round or two.
So let's see if we can bait Fury of the North or like a barrier or something here.
Hesitation's a tell.
There we go, there's Repulse.
Your move.
Alright. Now we can hit. He has to have a second one or a Prismatic Barrier.
Gather round, gather round.
Nice. That was really good too. Red card bait.
Everything I've worked for.
We're getting so much value out of the resources we stole too, because Swiftwing Lancer creates another strong unit. So like I don't even have to play my cards. That's the cool part. I want to probably just play the cavalry.
The Vanguard stand as one.
Bring me the calm of an ice-shrouded world.
Frostbite the strongest enemy. Okay, well he doesn't have Ash, so Frostbiting is not going to do too much other than just annoy my big boy. I'll pass on 2 mana.
Ice runs in our veins.
Okay, so let us Yordle Grifter.
I'm not greedy. My friends, though.
Nice, we can purify something. That's insane. Could just hit the Rhyme Test Shaman. Lancer's also a good hit. And then we can Warning Shot, Black Market Merchant.
My selection speaks for itself.
Super discount, because I have 2 of them on the board, so each one reduces the cost by 1. Could play him too. It's either play him in Purify or it's Shared Spoils in Purify. I say we Shared Spoils. It's a good hit. And then I don't really want to attack because we can't kill the Lancer. I'm good just chilling.
The frost reveals all to me.
Another Pilfered Goods. I have Twisted Fate to deal damage to him this turn.
Back, but I can't.
So let's do that. We can red card this.
Deal me in. Who says I don't share?
Now I can Pilfer during combat if he attacks right away. I'm going to get massive discounts. Or I can just Pilfer now.
I never disclose my sources.
Nice. Getting huge discounts on these cards. Sure, we'll pass now. See what he does.
Will cost them.
That is okay.
I'm out.
Can play Protege here.
Strength and grace, beauty in the play.
Hold nothing back.
Man, I wish these were brittle stealable. It only works on 3 HP or less.
I lost. Break their spirits and their swords.
Sends chills up my spine.
Let's play... I want to play Salvage. Need to start seeing some more cards. Warning Shot's nice. Grifter's also pretty good here. We'll play Grifter.
Safety will cost you.
Oh, he nabbed Jean Vivi and she's going to be a 4 cost? That's like really powerful.
Run them through.
We can attack here. I don't need to Brittle Steel it. I'd rather Brittle Steel defensively. Ooh. Damn, okay. I can silence it now at least, when he goes to attack.
Ice runs in our veins.
And we got Rex.
These woods belong to us.
Alright, so we silence here. And then we warning shot. Like, how's he supposed to know that I just randomly took his silence? Okay, now he can Riptide Rex.
They'll be blood in the water.
Kills here, kills here, kills here, kills there. Wow, perfect Rex. That is insane RNG, actually. Even this guy's surprised. Elixir of Iron. Okay, so it's Shaman will live. That's fine. Everything else dies. Goodbye. Now you can sit back and watch the fireworks.
Save the homestead.
See, this is what I mean by Riptide Rex salvaging the board. Because now it just put me from like an equal to behind state in just absolutely ahead. And Jean Vivi is basically game over this turn.
Chills up my spine.
I'll defend these forests to the end.
Winning with your opponent's cards feels good, man. Aw, that doesn't matter too much. Gets rid of Scout though, right? Okay, so now I just need to attack all at once.
Hold nothing back.
Heavy pockets.
That's definitely a game.
Into action.
Along with Make It Rain and Warning Shot, it's just kind of over.
You'll make a fine totem.
Well played. One HP. We'll finish him off in style with a Warning Shot. Gat. It's just instant. He's probably like, yo, what just happened? He's got blasted. Riptide Rex be like, so anyways, I started blasting. And that's it for this one. Please like and subscribe if you thought this video was informative or entertaining. It really helps me out since I'm still trying to grow. I'll be releasing more deck profiles, guides, and gameplay highlights in the near future. If you want to see more gameplay of this nab deck, come hit up my Twitch channel. I play it all the time on stream and it's a lot of fun, just like in the game that you just saw. With that, thank you so much for watching and have a good one. Laters.